Cricket presents The Warm-Up. Hey everybody, I'm Neil Beasley, and district play is coming down to the wire, so it's time to get you warmed up for another great week of Texas high school football. With just 2 weeks remaining in the regular season, we have some bangers this week on the schedule. Let's preview some of those big matchups in the lineup. If you haven't paid attention to Prosper Walnut Grove, might be the time to wake up. In only their second year of existence, the Wildcats are 7-1, picked up huge wins over Frisco Emerson and Lovejoy. This week, it's Melissa, and a win on the road here would result in an improbable district title in one of the toughest districts in the state. Cam Newton has almost 1,300 yards and 20 touchdowns out of the backfield. Freshman Hayes Hackney has thrown for 2,200 yards and 26 touchdowns. Wide receiver Luke Watkins has 900 yards receiving. You see what's going on here? Walnut Grove is an offensive juggernaut and will give Melissa fits. The Cards, however, feel a little bit desperate right now. At 4-2 in district play, Melissa could very well miss the playoffs without this win. So with their backs against the wall, the Cardinals should come out fighting. Melissa will need some big plays from wide receiver Jacob Nye to keep pace with that high-powered Wildcat offense. Home field advantage may play a factor here as the Cardinals get to play at their plush Kenny Deal Stadium. Looking for a hard-nosed battle? Then head to Louisville. Catch the Fightin' Farmers take on Denton Geyer. Farmers seem to have things going on the right track, especially on defense. D'Angelo King in that Louisville secondary has shown up well in 4 of their last 5 games. On offense, Louisville is relying on the run game and specifically Tennell Hill, who's already at 1,000 yards. Geyer has been playing well of late behind Kevin Sperry at quarterback. His decision-making has gotten better as the season has progressed, and the results have shown up in the win column. DJ Reese and Steven Schneider have been the Wildcats' best options. Geyer and Louisville have both lost to Coppell and beaten everybody else in 5-6A, so this one will be for second place in the district. And get to Wilkerson Sanders Stadium early if you plan to catch the Rockwall versus Rockwall Heath game this Friday night. It will be packed as usual. One of the best rivalries in the Metroplex, this game has always been a high-scoring shootout. More on the line in this one than maybe in some years past. It's a must-win for former Rockwall and current Heath head coach Rodney Webb and his Hawks. The team from South I-30 needs to win out in order to make the postseason, which means victories over the team from north of I-30 in orange this week and then Forney next week. That's a tough ask. But with the emotions of a rivalry game in play, anything's possible. Rockwall's in good shape for a playoff spot, but could help their positioning with a win. After Wisconsin commit quarterback Landon Locke went down with a season-ending injury, the Yellow Jackets have leaned heavily on Jameer Wilson and the running game, and it's worked. Wilson has rushed for 1,024 yards and 7 scores, while Rockwall has won 3 of their last 4, and backup quarterback Brent Rickert has thrown for 29 touchdowns in just 7 games as well.
Freeflation leaves economists baffled. Getting more for less? It's true for those who switch to Cricket and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket. Inside High School Sports is brought to you by Whataburger, just like you like it. And by Parker University. Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today.
Our Inside High School insider, Matt Diggs, gives us his thoughts on some of the key matchups in Week 10 in the picks.
Last week, 3 area districts got turned upside down by a huge upset, so let's look at how those games impacted this week's picks as the professor makes his picks. And let's start with 8-6A with South Grand Prairie versus Haltom. Haltom, after beating Arlington Martin 2 weeks ago, had a little bit of a hiccup against Arlington Bowie. 5 turnovers will do that to you. South Grand Prairie also beat Arlington Martin last week. They looked really good. Josiah Lucas had a big game against Arlington Martin. Dalen Brooks was throwing the ball very well. I don't think Haltom's going to have 5 turnovers this time, so I think the offense is going to open up a little bit more. Keenan Jackson is looking great, but I think South Grand Prairie just has too many weapons. Haltom is going to go score for score against South Grand Prairie for a little while, but then they're going to run out of offensive firepower. I like South Grand Prairie to win a late 14-point game, 49-35 or something similar. Midlothian and Red Oak have been two teams that had walk-off victories against Burles and Centennial. They've both been a little bit untrustworthy at times. Red Oak has been untrustworthy because of injuries, but Billy Middleton has really settled them down. He's been a calming presence at quarterback for Red Oak. Midlothian has a quarterback's kid, or a coach's kid at quarterback in Bo Wendell. The triple option is hard to stop. Kentorian King is their speed guy. I think when it comes to trust, I trust Midlothian's system. I think that they're going to take care of Red Oak in a fantastic football game in 7-5A. And finally, trying to figure out 5-5A Division 1 is a fool's errand for anybody. Frisco Reedy versus Frisco. Frisco Reedy needed 14 points to beat Frisco Heritage in late in that fourth quarter. Frisco has found ways. Remember, they lost to Frisco Wakeland, giving up two fourth quarter touchdowns. So it's just who is going to perform in the late stages of the game. And I trust Frisco Reedy to perform in the late stages of the game a little bit more. The way this game would seem to work, that would be that Frisco would get up on Frisco Reedy, and then Frisco Reedy in the second half would find a way to win this game. Both teams have been inconsistent. Jake Ferner, though, has just been a calming presence for Reedy at quarterback. He doesn't make many mistakes. I think Frisco's going to have to find a way to force 2 or 3 turnovers if they're going to find a way to win this game. Tristan Airy has been great at running back. This game is also going to go for Frisco as it goes for Coben Harbert. If he can avoid the turnovers, limit them, I think Frisco has a chance to upset Frisco Reedy, but I trust Frisco Reedy to win this game and set themselves up in a Week 11 game for the district championship against Frisco Lone Star. I'm the Professor, and those are my Week 10 picks.
We caught up to a big-time athlete from the gridiron in this week's recruiting trail.
Carterrious Brown, receiver, Arlington Seguin. Community, have a good community, great coaching, a brotherhood with the teammates, the simple things, I want the coaches and the fans, teammates to treat my family like how they want to be treated, I want, like everybody else, I want to go over there, do what I can do my freshman year. Well, whenever I start playing, I just want to be a huge part of the program, help the program out winning. On the field, you can say, I'm I guess you could say mean, I got a competitive edge to me. So off the field, I'm a lovely, kind person, funny guy. I like to chill, hang with my homeboys, my brothers, family. Manage. AB on the road, I've been on that for a little minute now. On the field, I want to help my team out. We haven't been in the playoffs in a little minute, so I would love to make the playoffs, go even further if that's what God wants, What else would I want? Making a state championship, I would love. Of course, we'll all love to go there. That's really it. I want to leave a dominant legacy. I want the children, my brothers, younger brothers, I have younger brothers. I want them, their homeboys, to know the things I did for Seguin, the way I've helped the program, build the program up.
Cricket Wireless has an offer that's going to blow up your group chat. 4 lines for only $25 per month each with nationwide 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket. Inside High School Sports is brought to you by Golden Chick. One taste and you're golden. And by Kubota, the #1 selling compact tractor in Texas. For details, visit gokubota.com. Kubota, together we do more.
Our producer Ward Fasold caught up with Frisco Reedy head coach Chad Cole. They talk about his Lions and their Thursday night tussle with Frisco High in this week's Media Day segment.
All right, it's Media Day. We are joined with Frisco Reedy head coach Chad Cole, good friend of the show, and coach undefeated in district play, but the rest of that district is kind of head scratching. There are 2 games left. We're trying to figure out who's going to be in the postseason, and Frisco is one of those teams. And when you play a team that is desperate for a win because they have to win out to make this thing. How do you prepare? Is it an easier motivational speech for your squad, A, because you know they're giving you your best shot, or how do you deal with a team that's desperate like that?
Ooh, I wish I had that answer, because it is the $1 million question. They are, no matter what their record is, super talented football team, and so, you know, given that they're on their ninth live, man, it's going to be, we know we're going to get their best swing. So that's the motivation. That's the message. Knowing that given our success up to this point, you know, just keeps growing that target on our back even larger. So yes, going to be a tremendous ball game.
And I've learned from shooting games at the Star on Thursday that wild things happen on Thursday, and it's also on Halloween. So last week was a perfect example. 3 years ago, I came out to see you guys, and you're blocking punts at the last second to win games. That was during that little stretch where you guys were finding any which way to win and stay undefeated. Let's talk about your lines for a quick second. I mean, we going in this year, we were thinking Tristan Airy all the way, but he had the stuff he had to kind of deal with injury wise. Talk about what's got you guys undefeated in district play. And I know the last two games have been kind of struggles. You had to come from behind last week and get those 14 in the fourth. What's been working for you guys?
Well, I think our senior leadership has been big. I know defense is been consistent, right? Oh, well, the offenses around this part of the woods, very talented. So, you know, given a grain of salt there, but defense keeping us in ball games. I think seniors rallying the troops, you know, had a big, I felt like team-led energy boost, you know, at halftime on Friday night, and we just came out with a different mindset after having, you know, put ourselves behind the 8 ball. So just internal motivation that this senior group who's played for a long time at a high level, they know how to win and know what it takes. Now we need to start faster. We can't let teams do what we've done the last couple of weeks and get ahead of us. And like you said with Frisco, you know, with momentum on their side, they were very, very dangerous. So that would be objective number one, is just to keep the momentum off of their sideline.
Hey, I appreciate you joining me, Coach. I'll be out there to see you guys Thursday, and since it's at the Star, and I'm sure all your fans will be dressed up as some sort of Minion or SpongeBob type situation. As long as you're throwing me some Reese's candies, I'm all right, man. Just toss me those and keep those bitter honeys away from me, and we'll be straight. I'll see you Thursday night, Coach.
No bitter honeys. Thanks for the coverage, Ward. We appreciate you.
Hey, that'll do it for today's show. Thanks for joining us. And we leave you with Professor Diggs' DFW rankings. Hope you're now warmed up for some Texas high school football this weekend.